is going on, Leos? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazzy, your reader for today. This is going to be your full moon message. So we're going to see what is going on for you guys for this full moon that is coming up 2 days. I'm recording this on Thursday, so happy Jupiter Day. Hence the blue, the switches. But anyway, but I'm lighting some money incense for you guys. Okay, sending prosperity, abundance, success, wealth your way. Okay, on this beautiful Jupiter day. All right, Jupiter is the planet of expansion, good luck, good fortune, self-improvement, good fortune, increase, okay, expansion, all that good stuff. All right, so I hope y'all are having an expansive, beautiful, abundant day. All right, declare that over your life, claim it over your life if you want it. I claim that over my life, whatever day it is, it doesn't even matter, but especially on a Jupiter day, right? So let's get into this for you guys. See what's going on. What is going on? I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are hanging in there, doing your best. At least for those of y'all that have stuck around, I appreciate you so much, more than words can describe. Those of you that have subscribed, continue to stay with your girl, donated to the channel. Those of you that have booked personal private consultations with me, thank you so much for trusting me with your situation to help you. All right, so let's get into this for Leos, see what spirit. We're going to start off with a few questions, and then we'll get into those, dive into those further with the tarot. All right, so for those of you that we're starting off with what is spirit asking you to release. Okay, so for those of you that are interested in booking a private consultation, checking out your other elements playlist, donating to the channel, checking out my Etsy wish list, social media handles, all that good stuff can and will be found in the description box of every single one of my videos below. I hope that the mic is loud enough because you know, I do have, you know, a tendency to lean forward, so I hope that, you know, it picks up everything. Okay, so look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. All right, so I feel like there may be a situation, Leos, that some of you maybe have a skewed perception on. Okay, that maybe just you're seeing it from not the best perspective, or maybe a limited perspective. So I feel like spirit wants you to, you know, release maybe the way that you're seeing something. I feel like you're maybe seeing it in a way that isn't necessarily benefiting you at this time. So I feel like spirit really wants you to maybe release or allow yourself, it's giving me hangman energy. So allow yourself to take a step back from a situation. This could be talking about a job, a decision you're thinking about making, something like a connection, something like that. Spirit wants you to see, it could be something that's simply challenging you at this time, okay, which we are going to get into right now with what is challenging, what may be challenging you guys. For some of you, this has to do with the path that you're thinking about taking, that you're thinking about pursuing, one that may be opening up for you at this time. On this split, we have action, the path, and balance. So I feel like some of you may be kind of confused or knowing that you're needing to take action. There could be a path or an opportunity that's opening up for you during this full moon. And I feel like it's going to benefit you. You'll know what to do when you allow yourself to restore balance in your energy. Meaning, you know, getting outside in nature if you have to, taking time to meditate, kind of isolating yourself off from from everything and everyone for a little while. Doesn't have to be long, but giving yourself that time and space to do that is going to be very beneficial. I feel like some of you know really what it is deep down. You know what needs to be done, which we all do, but it can be kind of difficult sometimes to hear that voice, to hear that guidance when we don't allow ourselves and give ourselves the space and the time to actually get still enough for it to come in clearly. So I feel like some of you, it'll benefit you by allowing yourself to really take that time to, you know, get a bird's eye view on a situation and see how maybe even if it feels challenging in the moment, how is this really helping me right now? How is this really, you know, preparing me maybe for the next level, for the next step of my journey? Okay, Spirit, what may be challenging Leos during this full moon, please? Some of you, this has to do with your passion, something you're passionate about, with the full moon being in Sagittarius. Okay, that's your fellow fire sign energy. So for some of you, this has to do with passion, something you're passionate about. Maybe it's difficult for you to see what that is. Okay, so what's challenging you during this full moon is resilience here. Some of you, like I said, it's like you're carrying too much. Some of you are carrying the weight and the burdens of other people. For some of you, this could definitely be talking about, you know, the challenges and the burdens that maybe you're carrying from your ancestors. And look, the path is at the bottom again. So I definitely feel like there's a path that's opening up for you, or that is being presented to you with this full moon. It's like things that are trying to be cleared out to make room for you to go in a different direction, to maybe get to the next level. Okay, and next level is because what I'm getting is, see how this ladder goes up to that, you know, and it's like a whole different world, right? So I feel like some of you, it's exactly surrendering. It's about surrendering, maybe the way you thought this opportunity would appear, maybe the way you envisioned it happening, or the means in which it presents itself to you. I feel like Spirit needs you to look at it from a different perspective, or just remove that whole expectation altogether. So that way, when it does present itself, when the opportunity does present itself, you're able to see it for what it is and take the necessary action, on that path, whatever that is for you. Okay. So I feel like some of you are just kind of having a hard time, like really pushing through, your situation, pushing through, letting things go, or seeing something from a different perspective. So let's see. What opportunities may be presenting themselves to Leos during this full moon? What opportunities may be presenting itself? So for some of you, this has to do with forgiving someone. Someone may be coming to you for forgiveness. I'm not sure that you're in the space to accept it, but this also has to do with, I'm talking about the split here, forgiveness, home, and empowerment. I feel like some of you may be being let off the hook in a situation, and I feel like it's going to help you move into a different situation. Some of you are ready to move homes, and you may be seeking forgiveness from someone that you're maybe leaving behind. But this is a time to really empower yourself, to really allow yourself to be heard, allow your voice to be heard, your truth to be spoken in a situation. So let's see, Spirit, what opportunity may be presenting itself for Leo during this full moon? What opportunities presenting themselves are coming towards Leo? It's coming towards Leo this full moon. Opportunities are presenting themselves for Leo, Spirit, this full moon. Freedom. So for some of you, this is definitely a situation that maybe you're feeling like you're stuck in. Like I was saying, I feel like for some of you, it's definitely something that could be a bit chaotic, or just it's not working anymore. I feel like for some of you, it's a situation that you've essentially outgrown, so to speak. Okay. I feel like whatever it was, whether this is a connection, a job, living with family, or whatever this is, I feel like it served its purpose, and now it's time to free yourself. I feel like some of you have been having a hard time really pushing through, really having maybe the energy you need to keep going, to, get the things done that you need to get done, to even make the plans, to even decide, well, if I leave, where am I going to go? What is that going to look like? How am I going to provide for myself, or whatever? But, I feel like some of you are kind of like in this, it's giving me like an anxious energy to get out of a situation, or to leave an environment behind. But I feel like Spirit is asking you to, allow yourself to see it from a higher perspective right now, right? To really get clear about what it is that you want, because it all serves a purpose. It all has a reason that it's still the way it is. It's just a matter of you allowing yourself to see it that way. So at the bottom we have finding. Okay, so for some of you, this has to do with your path. Like this has to do with your north node, meaning your destined path, the path of your mission, essentially, like what you came here to do, right? I feel like some of you are being guided to, free yourself from a situation, because I feel like it's changing the course of your journey at this time. Some of you, some of you, you're finding, right? What you're finding here is through the situation that you're essentially leaving behind, or by allowing yourself to see it differently, is what's going to put you in the position to really free yourself from a situation that you find yourself in. That some of you, it's been like a long time coming, where you feel like maybe you don't have a voice in this situation. Maybe you're just feeling like I said, like you've outgrown a certain circumstance here. And so what is presenting itself is an opportunity for you to actually free yourself. Okay. But I feel like it's going to be, it's a matter of you allowing yourself to see it differently first. You have to, allow yourself to shift your perspective of the situation first, so the opportunity of solutions can present themselves to you. Okay. So let's see, how is Spirit, how are you helping the Leo with this situation? How are you helping Leo? Spirit, how are you helping Leo in this situation? And we'll dive further into this, like I said, with the tarot, and get, more what this is about. All right, Spirit, for Leo, how are you helping Leo with this during this full moon? Ooh, prosperity. Okay. So Spirit is helping you by giving you the funds that you need here to free yourself from a situation. For some of you, it has to do with finances. Like you're kind of like, I want to leave, but how am I going to do it? Okay. And at the bottom here, we have stability. So I feel like Spirit is just asking you to take the risk, okay, to trust, to see it from a higher perspective, meaning that if you've ever, which I know we all have, if you've ever experienced a situation where you didn't know how you were going to get out of it, but somehow, some way you maintain your faith, you know, kept recentering yourself as best you could, and it may have taken a while, but eventually the solution presented itself. Eventually you found yourself getting out of a situation and you didn't even know how it was going to happen. It was nothing you planned. It just kind of like everything just fell into place once you allowed yourself to stop worrying about it, or allowed yourself to just be like, you know what, I don't know what you got planned here, spirit, God, whatever you know, resonate with. But I feel like you put it in the Most High's hands and allowed, you know, the Most High to take care of it, and it worked itself out. So I feel like some of you are being asked to do that same thing at this time. I feel like it's just a different situation. We're in a different part of our journey, so it looks a little different. It doesn't feel the same, but I feel like you have to know that Spirit always has your back. Spirit is always rooting for your highest and greatest good and highest benefit. So I feel like it's just a matter of allowing yourself to continue to push through and allow yourself to release the things that you know you need to release, the things that you're holding on to, or the baggage that you're carrying, whether it's energetic baggage. Some of you, this has to do with things that you've came into, like incarnated into this lifetime with, meaning ancestral patterns and wounds and things. Because see all those roots, these are things that you've been essentially carrying on your back. Like, you see how she looks kind of like an ancestor, okay? So I feel like for some of you, this is ancestral patterns, ancestral wounds, ancestral, you know, things that have taken place that have been around since you were a child. Okay. Some of you are still holding on to those things, and there's going to be an opportunity here though, to free yourself from that. Okay. And I feel like for those of you that have been concerned about, well, I don't have the, I want to move, I need to move, but I don't have the money to do that. Spirit is providing for you. You just have to take the first step by trusting, right? Trusting what Spirit is trying to do for you at this time. Okay. Because it's security is here at the bottom. So you have to know under following that is protection. All right. Following that is shadow. So some of you, this has to do with shadow work, right? Allowing yourself to really identify what those things are that's keeping you from pushing through, keeping you from feeling like, you know, embracing your own energy, right? The Leo, the lion, that's the energy of strength, right? We all know that the major arcana in the tarot for the Leo is strength. So that means that you're being asked at this time to really pull on that inner reserve of your own personal strength. And if you're feeling like that's difficult, why am I not able to do that? Or why is it so hard? This is a time to really go into the shadow, that darker side that we tend to not want to look at, and identify, allow ourselves to identify, why am I feeling like this? When you start to ask yourself, allow yourself to ask those deep, dark questions, right? Where did this come from? Where did this start? Whether even if it's like your relationship around money, right? Not believing that you have what you need or that it will be provided for you. Where did that come from, right? Allow yourself to start diving into, you know, those scenarios that we experienced as a kid that we came into this lifetime with, because you guys are definitely discovering, you know, how to free yourself out of situations. Some of you are discovering like the reason why something is happening. It's happening to put you on your path, to put you. For some of you, it's redirecting you back into your purpose. For some of you, it's actually putting you on your purpose. Or for those of you who have been confused or feeling like, you know, like I thought I was on my purpose, but now it's changing, it's shifting. So for some of you, it is. Okay. And it has to do with a family situation, like maybe a family wounding. Okay. I really feel like it's giving me ancestral patterns, ancestral cycles. I don't want to say curses because I don't, you know, I just don't resonate. I don't personally choose not to resonate with that, just because, you know, I feel like your words are powerful. They are spells. That's why they call it spelling. So if I declare that my family has been cursed, then, you know, it's more that goes into that to clear it. So I don't want to even take that on. But I will say, you know, I know that for facts that was one that was brought here to break ancestral patterns and cycles, because that's really what they are. There's cycles, things that repeat until we break it, right? So I feel like some of you are really stepping into that energy, or being presented, like put into the position to step into that. For some of you that have been kind of like, you know, things like, I've been doing this same thing for years, and it just, you know, it's like, it's been cool, but you feel like you're needed. Like, I feel like some of you are really stepping into this energy of, you know, it's time for more. There's more. What is it? You know, what is more? There's more that I should be doing. There's more that I should be experiencing in this life. There's more that I could be giving, but you know, you just don't know what it is. Some of you, this is, you know, this full moon is making all that clear for you. Okay. So let's see. Let's get in here with the tarot. Heart chakra, 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands. So this definitely has to do with, you know, tapping into your heart space. Look, see the green? Tapping into your heart space, really allowing yourself to dive into what your heart is, where your heart is guiding you. Okay. That isn't, I'm not saying make emotional decisions from emotion, but I am saying that it's time for you to really tap into your heart space, really allow yourself to, discover what needs to be, who do you need to forgive? Who do you need to have a little bit more compassion for? Like, I've even had to do that for a lot of things that were really fucked up, in my opinion. But, I understand why it happened and why I was the one that happened to, what it was meant to teach me in particular for my path and my journey, and how those experiences essentially are positioning me to not only tap into my own inner reserve of strength, but help others in that same way, along their journey. So I feel like things are definitely about to start moving very quickly for you. Okay. Once you maybe discover what this is, for some of you, this is about opening your heart up to where it's guiding you, what, abundant new opportunities that the universe is trying to give you. You have to allow yourself to receive, to open your heart to receive, right? For you to even get this. For some of you, this is something that maybe you thought you've lost. Once you free yourself though from a situation, I feel like that's when it presents itself. And that could be how you free yourself, is by spirit helping you through, financial means for you to do that. Okay. That's also what this card represents, is finding, is anything that you felt like you've lost could be easily being replaced with something, tangible, monetary. Definitely could be money. Okay. For some of you, this could be an inheritance, or just, sudden wealth, some type of windfall of money that's going to come out of nowhere, but you guys are going to have to protect yourself. You may have to, really protect whatever this is when it comes. Okay. Because what happens when you come upon a little success or a little abundance, a little bit of some more than somebody else has, they can be sitting there like this. So be mindful, right? So let's clarify this energy. Spirit, what is Leo being asked to release? Let's clarify. Look at the bigger picture. What is that about, Spirit, for Leo? What is that for Leo? Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So that's about, understanding and realizing that the only trap that you really are in is the one in your mind. That's all this is. That anything that you feel like you're stuck and trapped in, or the excuses that you give yourself about why you're still here, why you can't leave, or why it's so hard, that's only a restriction that you put on yourself. So I feel like some of you, it's important for you to realize where you're maybe trapping yourself in a situation, or you're feeling stuck in a situation because it's your thoughts telling you that it's too hard, or that I don't have the money, or I can't afford, or, or, right? Whatever that is for you. That could be exactly what's keeping you guys from having the strength you need to persevere and push through and really hold, harness that resilience that is within you, that your ancestors did also gift you, right? We have a lot of, cycles and things that a lot of us came here to break, but they also did give us, gifted us as well as confidence and strength and courage and perseverance and resilience and all those things as well. So we have to look at it from both of those sides of the coin as well. Okay. Let's clarify resistance, resistance. Some of you, it could be resistance. Okay. Resistance does create blockages as well. Some of you may be, resisting, what it is that you need to do, because it may be making you uncomfortable. But that's where the most growth happens, is when you're uncomfortable, right? So the best thing you could do is allow yourself to try your very best to find comfort in your discomfort. Find comfort in the things that make you uncomfortable. The more you can do that, the more you can allow yourself to do that and practice doing that, the easier things that are essentially uncomfortable, the more comforting they become, right? So let's clarify resilience. Why is it here for Leo? Spirit, for what's challenging them? Why is resilience here? Two of Coins. This is, I feel like, about balance. Some of you, this is definitely regarding a decision that needs to be made. Okay. Some of you are kind of like, I just want to give up. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to try anymore. And that's your free will choice, right? But understand that every choice, that we make, decision we make or don't make, always has consequences. And not doing anything at all is also a choice, which also has its own consequences, meaning, everything has a result. Whatever you put out will have a result that comes back from that. So it's not about, good or bad. It's just, it is what it is, right? Based on whatever you do does have a consequence that comes with it. Consequences don't always have to be bad. They're just cause and effect, right? Whatever the energy you emit is what you essentially attract. So I feel like for some of you, this definitely has to do with, this could be talking about balance. For some of you, if this has to do with the connection, right, that you're trying to make work. But, maybe there's more than one person involved. Maybe somebody is, dealing with someone else, kind of juggling somebody else. And I feel like some of you may know it, whether you really know or not. I feel like intuitively where that applies for those of you that applies. But for others of you, this is just simply, you're having a hard time, you're feeling challenged with finding balance, maybe in your finances, maybe balance just in your life in general. And that has to do with the choices that you decide to make. Where do you put your energy first thing in the morning? Because that, for me, as well as many others, that sets a tone for the day. So for a lot of this stuff, like that I've heard about through other people, it's like I have to try it for myself, right? Before I can take it on and be like, yeah, they're right, right? So these things that I'm talking about through experience, a lot of people, other people have talked about as well, but it's because we've actually tried it. So I feel like for some of you, this has to do with, what decision needs to be made here, okay? But it's allowing yourself to see your situation from a higher perspective, a different perspective, a different angle than maybe the way you're currently seeing it, and realizing that you're not stuck and trapped at all, okay? As you allow yourself to continue to push through and set the intention with spirit, spirit will help you. Spirit, the universe, God, whatever you, like I said, resonate with, will help you restore balance where you need it the most. So for some of you, this is an indication where, so those of you that have been really pushing hard and feeling like, well, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I can't leave because I can't afford it. I can't leave yet because, I need to find balance in my finances first, whatever. Spirit is giving you an opportunity here to free yourself from a situation by giving you the money you need. So for some of you, this is coming up as like a heads up type of energy for me right now, where this full moon, if you allow yourself to see that I'm not trapped and stuck at all. I just haven't found the solution yet on how to free myself from a situation. By you making that decision, that spirit, if you give me the opportunity, I'll make the move. You know what I'm saying? That's you telling spirit, meet me halfway. If you meet me here, and I'll meet you there, right? And you meet in the middle. That is what's being presented here for you, Leo. Okay. I feel like for those of you that have been really doing your best to feeling like you have to stay somewhere because of finances, spirit is taking care of that for you. So then it's like, then what's your excuse? So if we provide you the money, the resources you need, right? Then what? What's your excuse now? Okay. I feel like you don't have one. So I feel like for some of you, this is, spirit really wants you to push through and keep pushing forward, but understand that there's going to be an opportunity here to free yourself from a situation. So it's going to be up to you when the path presents itself, right? When this path that's providing you the security that you need, along with as well as the protection you need, okay, to make a decision to change your circumstance, it's going to be up to you to actually step in and take it on, okay? So spirit, clarify freedom. Why is that here for Leo? Clarify freedom, please. Clarify freedom for Leo. Why is freedom here for Leo? Memories of love. Okay. So this is about freeing yourself from the past, walking away from someone that maybe you have history with. For some of you, this could be like a soulmate energy. This could be a past life soulmate. But, I feel like some of you, there's an opportunity here to walk away from the past. Like I said, I feel like this is talking about past things, energies from your past, meaning, ancestral burdens, wounds, traumas, patterns, things like that. You're having an opportunity here to free yourself from those things, to let those things go once and for all as presenting itself. So it's going to be up to you to actually step in and do what needs to be done. Really meet spirit halfway when this presents itself. Okay. Spirit, clarify prosperity. Why is that here for Leos? For how you're helping Leo. Wow. Fucking wow. Wow. So clarifying the prosperity is two major arcanas that both came out upright. Okay. So we have, triumph and sacrifice, which is the chariot and the hangman. We already talked about the hangman earlier. I told you I was giving you hangman vibes, and here it is. Okay. In the outcome, how spirit is helping you. So spirit is helping you get aligned by surrendering. Okay. By you shifting your perspective about a situation, that's how you're going to be victorious. Okay. That's how you're going to triumph over whatever this is that may be making you feel like you're stuck or like you can't move forward. Okay. Spirit is giving you the prosperity, the money you need, the finances, the resources to get in alignment and move forward. For some of you, this could be coming in the form of a new car, where some of you are like, I want to move, I want to leave, but how do I leave? I don't have no transportation. For some of you, that is what this is that's what this is, where spirit is giving you the transportation you need to move forward. Okay. To unstick yourself. Okay. But some of you, it's about allowing yourself to surrender, the idea that you're stuck in the first place. Start visualizing as best you can. If I had a new car, where would I go? What would be the first place I go? Gas station, right? I would go get it cleaned. I would go get it washed. And what state am I going to hit first? Or where am I going to go? Blah, blah, blah. What does that look like for you? Allow yourself to start visualizing those things. I feel like for some of you, it is really that simple. But if you don't believe that, right? If you let your mind take over and make you feel like, oh, it's hard and that's impossible, that's too, that's too easy. That, yeah, it really is that easy. You just have to believe it's that easy, right? It's our mind that fucks up that process, that throws the momentum off and makes you feel like it's harder than what it is. That's part of a conditioning. So I feel like, again, that's patterns. That's some of the patterns that we're talking about here that were instilled with us as we came incarnated into this lifetime. So we have justice here at the bottom. That is good karma. Wow. Holy fuck. Leo, Jesus. Oh shit. So justice at the bottom, followed by the 9 of cups, okay, followed by the ace of cups, followed by the empress. All right. So Leos, all this heart energy that we talked about earlier on the split, okay, this is beautiful. Y'all don't even know. This is what's underneath the deck. So this is what you don't see. This is what you don't see coming, right? This is your just due. This is what you deserve. This is the things, anything that has been imbalanced, balance is being restored. Anything that you've lost that you shouldn't, that should have stuck around longer, or that you should have had, access to, or, opportunities that passed you by, or that were essentially seemed like they were taken from you. Anything that was done wrong is being made right. That is what this talks about. So wish fulfillment, being fulfilled, your happiness being restored. Okay. Along with, this could be definitely something you've been wishing for, something you've been praying for, finally presenting itself to you, giving you that way out. Some of you needed a way out by means of your own transportation, right? And you're being presented with that. For some of you, this could definitely be coming in love. Okay. For some of you, this could be love and a new car, love and, victory, success, money, stability, abundance, where you can have them both, or you don't have to, pick one over the other, right? I feel like some of you are coming into having it both. Like you're getting it all in a sense. Wow. And then the 4th card, that's wild. I'm gonna talk about it in just a second. So this is the Empress energy. Okay. So this is pre-Empress energy. The 9 of cups is what I was thinking of, but it's the 9 of pentacles. That's pre-Empress energy. So some of you are stepping into this energy, right? This is the energy of being receptive, being open, receiving. We all have, no matter if you're male or female, gender doesn't matter. This is the Empress. This is the energy that we all have the ability to embody within us, which is all 4 queens of the tarot embodied in one. Okay. When you're in this energy, see that's her heart chakra that is lit up, that is open and receptive. So Spirit is asking you, okay, some of y'all are being, presented an opportunity here to walk away from things from the past. For some of you, like I said, this is a soulmate, or for others of you, this could be talking about things that have happened in the past that have hurt you. All right. Some of you have been wanting love, but you need to be open to receive it. And some of you are being gifted an opportunity, balance being restored through a new connection, a new love interest that some of you, you're going to be really fucking happy with. For some of you, it's like you're able to actually nurture this. You're actually able to grow with this person. For some of you, this could be, getting pregnant. All right. If that's still possible for you, if that's something you want, if that's, if it's possible for you, okay, if that's something you've been looking forward to or whatever, it's definitely here. For those of you that don't want it, if that's still possible, but it's not something you desire, I would recommend wrapping up accordingly. Okay. But this is beautiful. So what I was going to say though, 4 cards here. Okay. For those of you that were here, that were paying attention earlier, that heart chakra card is also a number 4. Okay. The 4s represent stability. Same as a square, right? To build a solid foundation, you need the evenness of all sides, right? So I feel like for some of you, you're definitely coming into a way more stable period of your life. This is beautiful. Wow. Some of you, this is whatever you're being freed from, or you're being asked to free yourself from. It's walking you through a new portal. For some of you, that is the path, a new path. That is the path that you guys are walking through, the new portal, which is like a new life for some of you. Okay. Shit. All right, Leo, let's I wanted to clarify, but this reading is already long enough. And I feel like that was beautiful. So I'm excited for you guys. For those that this resonates, you're being basically catapulted into an opportunity to free yourself from whatever has been making you feel stuck, caged, trapped in. That's only in your mind. You're not trapped at all. And Spirit is about to prove it to you. You're not trapped at all. I think that's what's going to be the name of your guys' title. I mean, the title of your reading. You're not trapped at all. The Spirit's about to prove it. You're about to fly over any challenges that you've been facing. Like, you're about to triumph over that. Because that is what the triumph talks about, victory. having victory over your challenges, because you're in alignment, you're unstoppable. When you're in alignment, when your shadow, with most cards, most decks, this card comes up with two horses, a white one and a black one, right? And that represents the light side and the shadow, right? The white horse represents your masculine energy, and the dark black horse represents your feminine energy. So I feel like, that when you're in alignment, meaning when you're both shadow and your higher self and lower self are on the same page, you're fucking unstoppable. That's why normally in traditional tarot decks, that particular card, there's two horses, but there's no reins attached to them. There's no ropes at all, because it's not necessary. They know what the mission is. And I feel like y'all are being, positioned, okay, to be on mission, which we already talked about as well. Where some of you, this is like, for some of you, this is like all you needed. This is like that. I just need the money. I got the plan. I know where I'm gonna go. I know what I'm gonna do, and blah, blah, blah. I just need this. And Spirit, I feel like, is giving you that. It's like giving you the last puzzle piece to whatever this is. It's like you're getting that last little puzzle piece that you needed, that's going to change the whole game for you. That's what I'm getting here. That's beautiful. All right, Spirit, for Leos. What is going on for Leos this full moon? What else can they look forward to? Ooh. Fire. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. Exactly. So this is, again, freeing yourself from the past, things that didn't work, old relationships, old failed relationships, old heartbreaks, the way that you maybe saw people interacting or relationships, the examples that we grew up around, like letting all that shit go, okay? And being in the present with what you know now, where you're at now, with what is being presented and offered to you now, right? That is alignment, being here and now, okay? Okay. Snake, your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path, but be careful, all right? So for some of you, this is people around you that maybe once you tell them that, or once they catch wind of your leaving, or you're changing direction, or your life is going somewhere else, they may try to, they may kind of feel salty and try to switch on you in some type of way. So be mindful of that. Maybe you don't want to say anything just yet. Maybe you want to wait until, sorry, you guys, my alarm went off. So anyway, I feel like it's like, if there's anybody that you need to tell about this, you may want to wait until you already have your destination. You already have, certain things locked in to where it ain't no stopping you. Where if they got mad and was try to kick you out early or some shit like that, it don't even matter, because you already got everything in place first. Okay. Some of you may want to wait until then, but the snake also speaks of staying grounded. Snakes are very grounding animals. Okay. Cycles in reverse. I don't take these in reverse, but this is one card from a different deck that's similar that I keep in here because I accidentally got mixed in, but I don't take it out because I know it serves a purpose when it does come out. So like I said, for some of you, this is a cycle that maybe you guys have broken. Okay. Right. So I feel like you may not be able to see it yet. It hasn't maybe presented itself in that way yet. Right. But like I said, come this full moon. Okay. That's what what the potential is here. So what I was saying was what the snake is, snakes also are very grounding animals, which is why I got one. But the snake also represents transformation, right? The way snakes shed their skin every couple months, they shed the old to make room for the new. So I feel like some of you, that is what this is about as well. Allowing yourself to, shed, right? The things we've been carrying, the things we've been holding on to from our past, right? In order to free yourself and really allow yourself to step into the most prosperous season of your life for some of you, okay? And it's definitely fucking possible. It is so possible. It's beyond possible, okay? You just have to allow yourself to see it, right? See the bigger picture, see it from that perspective, that bird's eye view, all right? Let's get one more Spirit for Leo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we have Coffin. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. All right. If there's things you should be doing differently regarding your health, regarding health matters, go ahead and do that. Okay. Nobody's getting younger. We're only getting older. So just, start implementing the changes now. Right. But for some of you, this is just more metaphorically talking about, something that maybe is coming to an end that is inevitable. It's kind of long overdue. And now's the time. Okay. So then we have Mountain. Know that you're protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. So we have two cards talking about be careful, remain cautious, okay? And then underneath this one, the stability and protection. So two cards talking about being careful, two cards talking about being protected. So that means that you are protected, that, but that doesn't mean just turn a blind eye to every red flag that presents itself. Make sure you can still keep your eyes open, okay? And then we have Phoenix. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis, okay? So things are about to get better, Leo, okay? And look at the bottom, luck. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. Okay. So this is about You know that you have beautiful things to look forward to. You know you're worthy. You know you're deserving. It's just a matter of you, getting out of your head about whatever's going on and continue to push forward and stay as balanced as you can, even though you might be finding it challenging to stay as balanced as you possibly can with maybe the decisions you have to make, especially when it comes to finances and things like that. But again, Spirit is presenting an opportunity for you to free yourself from any situation that you feel stuck or trapped or bound by. Okay. You just have to continue to push forward, set your intentions, make sure you're putting that communication out there to Spirit. Like, please present me the opportunity. I'm ready, and continue to do the things as if you're ready. If you're talking about moving, start packing, start decluttering, start making room, start getting boxes, start doing the little steps you can take, right? To prepare yourself for when the opportunity presents itself, you're ready to go. Meaning when the train pulls up, you're ready to get your ass on, right? It's really that simple. So let's close with some numbers here that I'm seeing is 21, 8, 2, 6, 7, 12. All right, 6 is showing up twice. So some of you may have a life path number 6, maybe born on the 6th. Okay, and we also have 8, which is 8. We have 8 twice, which is Leo energy here, and 2, the 11 and the 2, which is still 2 and 2. So some repeating numbers here for you guys. Okay, Spirit, what's some accurate messages of advice for Leo to wrap this reading? Wow. 10 of Cups with the Hangman. So this is about focusing on your happiness, doing what makes you happy, and the Chariot again. Chariot showing up again in advice. Okay, so two major arcanas here in your advice, but this is about really focusing on what makes you happy, doing what makes you happy, doing what's best for you, and allowing yourself to take a step back. For some of you, this is about recognizing what makes you happy and surrendering anything that doesn't align with that, and allowing yourself to get in alignment, meaning making sure that everything going forward, if it doesn't align with what makes me happy or where I'm going for my happiness, we let it fall to the wayside easily and with love, right? We don't try to hold on to it. We don't try to, stronghold it or keep ourselves attached to it. We let it go. So this is about getting clear with what makes you happy, about what makes you happy, and allowing yourself to, release anything that does not align with that. And the Chariot, I love how Spirit is helping you, is the same 2 exact cards that came out and the same 2 exact cards that came out in a whole different deck with your advice. So this is double confirmation. These are identical cards in 2 different tarot decks. Okay. The Sacrifice, which is a Hangman, that's Hangman. We talked about Hangman before it even came out, and it came out twice now. So that's 3 times technically that it's come out now. And this is the Chariot along with the Chariot. Both of these cards are identical. This one's just called Triumph in this deck, and this one's the Chariot. So, and this is actually a perfect depiction of what I was talking about earlier, how the black and the white horse, and here it is. So for some of you Leos, this is divine confirmation. Okay, you just need to focus on, Spirit wants you to focus on doing what makes you happy and being as happy as you possibly can be with your circumstances. Meaning when things aren't going your way, when things do feel challenging, allow yourself to refocus and recenter and know that it's serving a purpose and it's all good, because this is temporary. Whatever's challenging me, whatever's feeling chaotic, it's temporary. So I don't need to focus on it. I don't need to put too much energy into it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna actually surrender that shit. I'm gonna just let it go. I'm gonna just roll, like I'm on a stream, right? I don't need to fight the rocks when I could just go around them, right? And getting in alignment with your higher self, getting them both on the same page, doing any shadow work that needs to be done, allow yourself to do that, right? And do it with grace, do it with love, okay? Do it with confidence, stepping into that confidence and getting in alignment. So that way, like I said, when the situations present themselves, you're already ready to go. You're like, oh, you got your bags packed? Cool, let's go. You know what I'm saying? You're ready. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? So, Leos, that is what I have for you. I really hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did delivering it to you. Like I said, I know it's been a little while, but I pray that those of you that can understand that we're still humans, okay, in this spirit, we're still, human beings in this